Okay, now we are going to try to tackle this one again. This is the positive and negative externality question. We're going to start off up here. This is going to be a negative externality question. Right off the bat, you kind of know that it's going to be that way because there's two supply lines. The rule of thumb is always find a place where marginal social cost equals marginal social benefit. That's going to be your focal point. Marginal social cost equals marginal social benefit. When you come and look at this graph, you'll see that it happens, it occurs right here. Go down to the x-axis. And right here at x, that's where it's socially optimal or allocated efficient. Unfortunately, you have a private polluter or you have a private smoker or whatnot, and they're producing here at y. We have to get them to go back to x. That's the goal, to try to be socially optimal. The way you do that is generally in your test you'll find there is a tax involved, because when you're over on y, that's what we call a spillover cost, because this private firm is not bearing all the burden of that cost. So you have to get the private firm back to x. In order to do that, tax the firm to get over to socially optimal. Now if we come look at here the bottom graph, this is going to be a positive externality. You know it's positive because you have two demand lines. Or in other words, a positive externality is when marginal social benefit is greater than marginal private benefit. Just like you know it's a negative externality when marginal social cost is greater than marginal private cost. It's important to know those two formulas. So here we have our socially optimal level, which is right here, optimal level, socially optimal, allocated efficient. And unfortunately, this private individual, this private magazine seller, is over here at x. We got to get it over here to the optimal level. The way you do that is you have to subsidize it. Excuse me, this amount. That subsidy will bring it over to the optimal level. At x and the x-axis, this is what we call under allocation. So that's the positive and the negative externality question.